Hi YouTube. This is my first video. I don't really have anybody behind the camera yet. Everybody else is busy, so I'm not even sure if it's in focus. I hope so. Hopefully it's not tracking my face. But I'm gonna start this channel off with showing off my Blu-ray collection. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've tried 3 or 4 times already, and I failed miserably. And today I'm going to show you my collection. Yeah. And so the first movie in my collection, and this is alphabetically ordered, and it does start with numbers, so I start off with 2012. Not a bad movie. I watched this a lot when I was a kid. I remember he used to scare me a lot. And yeah, I just watched this the other day because this used to never work in the Blu-ray that I have in my living room. It doesn't work here. It does work here though, so that's why I watched it. And a lot of conveniences. It's kind of dumb at times, you know. There are some times where it's like, wait, but they couldn't survive that, or oh wait, but they just, you know, leave it alone. I like this movie, you know. The only thing I have to do is turn off my brain, but you know, it takes me a while to turn off my brain, you know. So 2012. Next movie in my collection is The Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know why this gets a lot of hate. I really love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, actually. I think Andrew Garfield is very good with Peter Parker. Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy is great. I think they have great chemistry. The only gripe I have with this movie is the lizard. That's the only thing with it. He wasn't really developed that much. I felt like he could have had more time, like if he had, in the deleted scenes, he had a son, you know, I think that would have helped to develop his character a little bit more, care for him more, but, you know, in the end, he's just like this big CGI thing. Next movie is double pack of Body of Lies and Three Kings. I have yet to see Body of Lies, but it has Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe, and Three Kings I've seen twice now, and I think it's hilarious. I really like how the concept or the plot, you know, I think it was really cool. I think they handle it in a direction where people can laugh. I know my parents didn't like it, but I do. I think it's hilarious. You know, they just thought it was just a heartless American movie. I think it's funny. Body of Lies, I haven't seen it yet. Next movie is Chronicle, and before I keep going, I have to mention this collection isn't that big, but I'm going to spend not that much time on the movies, so I can, you know, just in case this thing doesn't stop recording. Does it stop recording? No. Alright. That's great. Okay, so next movie, Chronicle. I saw this at the Sonic Club the other day for $10. You know, I had to get it, of course. And yeah, another one of my all-time favorite movies. Dane DeHaan is just amazing in this movie. I really dig him. He's really relatable to me, especially because I'm not that outgoing. As probably some of you have noticed. Not sure, but Dane DeHaan, you know, before The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I had to watch Chronicle so that I can see what this guy was capable of, and he knocked that out of the park with Amazing Spider-Man 2, knocked that out of the park with this too. Yeah, I was so disappointed with Amazing Spider-Man 2. Great movie. Cloverfield. I found this at the Barnes & Noble. I know Barnes & Noble is a little pricey with their Blu-rays. They got a great selection, but, you know, just because they have a great selection, they think, oh yeah, cheapest thing, $10. Yeah, no. But, Cloverfield. Great movie. I've seen this 4 times, and yeah, I rented it when it was at the library. I watched it twice, then watched it twice on Blu-ray already. I think J.J. Abrams is an amazing director. He's done other movies that I really like. I really like Super 8. I haven't not found that yet on Blu-ray, but when I do, I guarantee I will get it. Next movie in my collection is Dances with Wolves with Kevin Costner. Wow, this movie just blew me away the first time I watched it. I watched it on the VHS. You guys can't see that, but there's a VHS up there. It's 2 hours and a half long, and this one's 4 hours long. I've only gone through an hour of it, but wow, the visuals very good on this. I picked this up at the little MGM rack that they had, you know, with those little weird slipcovers. It's up there. I hung it up, you know, because I didn't like how it looked. I thought it was gonna stretch it out, you know. It was only $9, and then, you know, this is where I started buying a lot of Blu-rays. And my mom was getting mad at me, so when I showed her it was Dance Wolf, she said it was cool. Next movie in my collection is Dark Knight. Not Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight. Very, 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 very immersive film. I think Heath Ledger is amazing. I found this at Walmart for $9. I had to get it, and that's actually, I think, yeah, my first Blu-ray that I actually went out to go to Walmart, and I was like, you know what, I really want this, really want to see it. That's why I'm going to Walmart for that, for this purpose only. You know, so this is the first movie I went to, you know, to go to Walmart. You know, this is the only purpose. You know, yeah, amazing film. I love this movie. One of my favorite superhero movies of all time. And yeah, Christopher Nolan is amazing. Speaking of The Dark Knight Rises. I found this at Wally Mart's at $9, along with another movie in there. I can say, yeah, and it was $9, and for a new Blu-ray, and I thought this was a big steal for me, and I didn't know why it was $9 until I came home, and I tried taking this little sticker off, but I found it was part of the slipcover. That's why I guess it was $9, but who cares, whatever. You just take that off, whatever. Very cool slipcover to me. You know, I think it's gonna be rare. Next movie is Die Wimpy Kid. I got this for free because there is this family moving out. Wait. Okay, cool. Still recording. I'm not behind the camera, so I can't, you know, see or have a mirror, you know. But I got this for free because there's this box, because there was family moving out, and they were just getting rid of stuff, and there was this box. It had some Blu-rays, and it had a lot of DVDs in there. Most of the DVDs on the racks right here, I got them from that giant box, and then I have a few other movies that are from the, you know, from the box with the Blu-rays and the DVDs. Not a bad movie. I remember liking this a lot as a kid. I watched it recently. There's a couple of awkward moments in it, you know. I like it. Yeah. And sequel that's better than the original. Down with the Kid Roger Girls. I really, really like this movie. I think it has more of a plot to it, you know. It has a lot more heart to it, you know. And I found this at FYE, you know. It was only $6.99, so I had to pick it up, you know. It was. I'm glad I got this. Oh my gosh, thing's torn up. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh my god. But anyways, Fantastic Mr. Fox Criterion Collection. Wow. One of my favorite movies of all time. I had to pick it up, or order it on Criterion Collection because it was going on sale on Amazon. Originally it was $40. Now it was downgraded to, if that's in the term. But it was brought down to $20. I got it and I ordered it. Came in the mail a week later. Yeah, I had to pick this up. Fantastic Mr. Fox, one of my favorite movies of all time. I just love the subtle jokes in it. George Clooney is amazing as a fox. I think he should play a fox in everything, which is weird, you know. But Fantastic Mr. Fox. Speaking of George Clooney, Gravity. Not my favorite movie in the world. You know, I thought this was a little overhyped. You know, it was intense some parts. Wow. Intense in some parts. People said you couldn't breathe in this movie. I thought that was just an overstatement. I didn't really care for George Clooney or Sandra Bullock's character. I wish they were a little bit more developed, but you know, in a movie like this, a movie that tries to capture time, you know, time, it's supposed to be, you know, the length of her mission and the length of this movie, you know. It's only an hour and a half, so, you know, naturally you're not going to have a lot of development, but I like this movie, but I don't like it as much as I wanted to, but, you know. Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows Part 1. I remember getting this as a kid because I watched part 2 back in Mexico without watching any other Harry Potter movies, knowing nothing about Harry Potter. And I really liked part 2 of the Deathly Hallows, and I got part 1. And I used to always get frustrated with this as a little kid because it was all build up. As you guys know, it was all build up, and then misfortunately, as when I was a kid, I was really disappointed because this didn't have any, cool battles. I'm not saying there's no cool battles in here. Just saying it's all build up, Part 2. Yeah. Great movie. I haven't seen this in a while. I like this really cool lenticular cover. I know it's easy to find, but it's really cool. I picked this up. It's not in the best condition. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know. And but yeah, great movie. I really like this. Battles in it. When I was a little kid, I used to think, oh, big explosions, colors, wands. I'm in. I really like this movie. Yeah. Great movie. The Hunger Games. Wow. I actually like Catching Fire a lot better than this one, but before this came out, this was like, really great. I've never seen anything like this when I was a child. I think this is a really good movie. I don't think it doesn't feel to me like one of those teeny movies, those movies like Fallen North Stars, that version, other stuff like that, or Twilight, stuff like that. And yeah, really enjoy this movie. I haven't seen it in a while. I might see it again maybe tonight. Maybe not tonight, I don't have the time. Okay, second stack. Oh, I haven't shown you guys yet, but I have this stack right here. But yeah, I just finished the first stack. Now I got 2 more stacks to go. Okay, let me just position that again. Oh man, I just messed this up. Sorry guys. Okay, cool. Alright, next movie, my collection is Ice Age. This is in the 788 bin. I thought this was really easy. My dad got it, actually. I was a little kid. And great movie. We found it on Blu-ray, on Blu-ray. So many Blu-rays. I found it on DVD the other day, the one we had, and it was scratched up. I tried putting it, it said no disc, so, the other day. A couple of years ago, and then we got this, so, yeah. Great movie, really fun. Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal weirdness. Weird. I rewatched this the other day. Indiana Jones. To me, it's a really stupid movie. Really stupid movie. I thought it could have been a lot better. I loved this as a child. I remember it. And I actually have the first 3 Indiana Jones movies up there on VHS, which is just a crime because I have this one on Blu-ray. But I got this as a kid, And it's fun. It is fun, but I need to turn off my brain to watch this. Never wanted those movies. Wow, instructions not included. One of my favorite movies of last year. I was so disappointed last year in the summer movies because they were all, like lackluster, like Now You See Me. That was the first movie I felt as if there was something missing, like they needed to add something, Instructions not included was the best movie of the year to me last year, other than 12 Years a Slave. But I really love this movie. Eugenio Derbez is hilarious. I always think he's hilarious on everything. For the I don't want to say Mexicans, but I am Mexican. But for all my race friends, as you can say it, hilarious in Familia Peluche. Hilarious in this. Instructions not included. Everybody, if you guys have not seen this, please check it out. I think it is worth your time. Very good. Very hilarious. Very sad too. The Karate Kid. I just watched this. I remember I used to watch this all the time, and it was in that little Blockbuster rental case, and I just replaced it. And I used to watch this all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, I watched this the other day. A lot of awkward moments in it. Jane Smith sometimes can be a choppy actor. Still has more to progress, especially after back after Earth. Sorry. Especially after Earth, Jaden Smith just took a step backwards from acting, you know, M. Night Shyamalan and all that stuff. But I think this is where he was starting to barely develop, and then with After Earth. But Karate Kid, I like it. That's why I have it on Blu-ray. Oh, King Kong. Actually, me and my dad, we went to go to Walmart when we went to go pick up The Dark Knight, and he decided he wanted to pick up King Kong. I'm glad he did. Watched this a couple months ago. Great movie. The only gripe I have with this is they could have skipped the first hour, honestly. Like, I don't think they should have, you know, like, because it's a movie about King Kong, and there is maybe 75% of him is in the movie, which isn't, you know, bad to me. It's just, like, I would have liked it if the first hour was cut, and this would have been a perfect movie to me. But since that first hour, you know, probably wouldn't have gotten it earlier when I was a kid on DVD, but fortunately I have it on Blu-ray because of my dad. Thank you, Dad. Can't hear me. Last Dance. My dad found this at the where was it? At the Dollar Tree. Yeah, at the Dollar Tree. Blu-ray dollar. Of course, he's gonna get it. Who isn't gonna get a Blu-ray for, you know, 99 cents? And it has Sharon Stone. I think that's why my dad got it. I just switched this out because of the stupid rental cases from Blockbuster. Blockbuster, maybe rest in peace. Rolling silence. That's enough. And Last Dance. I went through 10 minutes of this movie. It's horrible. Horrible. First 10 minutes of it, I had a really bad taste in my mouth, and that wasn't because of that day's lunch. Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Man, did I used to love this as a kid. I regret getting this because I wish I had the extended versions. Yeah, I remember I used to rent this all the time at Blockbuster, and it wasn't until I went to FYE to, pick this up, you know, and, yeah, I didn't go, it wasn't until I went to FYE to, you know, buy this so I can stop renting it so much. I'm wasting so much money, you know, but I personally prefer the extended version more. Sure, there are some parts I know why they took it out, but there is this one part in the movie where it shows, you know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but fans of the movie know what I'm talking about. It's a death. It's how they show how, you know, I'm not gonna say who it is, but it's how they show how, you know, dies. You know, I'm not sure if you can see that. There. Okay. Cool. Great movie. Great movie. Wow. I am really proud to have this. Men in Black 3. I know. Men in Black 3. Watched the first one on Netflix. Great movie. Second one, I didn't care for it. I was a kid. I was like, I wish there was more, you know. Second one I really didn't like. Third one on Blu-ray here. I got this at a garage sale, ironically, and great condition. Of course, it doesn't come with the slipcover. I don't think there's a slipcover to it. Who knows? And the Voodoo copy of it, the Voodoo digital copy of it, it was still working. So this would usually be, I found this at Target the other day, this would be $29.99. Unbelievable. 50 cents. 50 cents. I can't believe this. I can't believe the lady, I thought she was gonna say like $2 or $3, and I was prepared to give her the money in dollars. 50 cents. I'm glad to have this. Very glad to have this. And for 50 cents, I don't think I would have paid $30 to watch Men in Black 3, you know, for a blind buy too. Mission Impossible 3. I remember this. Is it in here? Yes, it is. I remember having this since last year in May when I was having my first communion, because my first communion is displaying in the background for the party. And yeah, very, very good movie. Very intense. I thought the interrogation scene at the beginning was amazing. It's really friggin' intense. I love this movie. If If you have not checked out any of the Mission Impossible, where have you been? Where have you been? Check this out. Come on, I found this at 78, but I had to get this. You know, great movie. This is Downfire. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Robin Williams, it's always hilarious. Sally Field, great actress. Love her in The Amazing Spider-Man. She's great. I haven't seen Lincoln yet. I fell asleep during Lincoln because it was like 12 in the, night, in the morning. And yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire. Funny story with this actually. It was when my parents were sleeping in the garage. We watched this on the free zone on Cox. Hold on. Yes, still recording. Cool. Oh, sorry. This was in the free zone for Cox, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I thought this was a really good movie. When I was a kid, I didn't remember it was that funny, but I remember it was really sad and it was really good. And I didn't get this, but I got this as a gift to a friend I'm not gonna mention because we're not friends anymore, and I don't want to mention anybody because just in case, location errors and stuff. But I got this as a gift. Great movie, really, really funny. Everybody check this out. Recommend it. Recommend it. The New Daughter. The only reason why it has this little sticker is because I was gonna sell this, but I was like, figure it's Blu-ray, whatever. New Daughter. I have not watched this yet recently. I remember I watched this as a kid, and yeah, it has Kevin Costner. I remember watching this. Really hard to enunciate words. Watched this as a kid, and I remember my parents really didn't like it. I don't know why. And I popped this in the Blu-ray the other day, and I watched this first. I could not get through the movie. I only got like 10 minutes in. It was so boring. Not intriguing at all. Not good. Star Wars Padawan Menace. I got this as a little kid. Star Wars. I used to be obsessed with Star Wars. I have a lot of toys, I don't have the movies on Blu-ray because, the crap bombs that George Lucas re-released with the CGI stuff and all the dubbing, and not for me. So that's why I have it on DVD. But Padawan Menace, Lego, Star Wars, little mini figurine. I have it with my other Legos when I was a kid. I don't have them displayed on here, but, yeah, this. Got this as a kid. I would never pick this up right now. Right next to that, very similar movie, Pulp Fiction, by Quentin Tarantino. I think this is Quentin Tarantino's best film, considering that this is the only Quentin Tarantino movie I've ever seen. Pulp Fiction, extremely watchable, if you ask me. Wow, Samuel L. Jackson and I was gonna say Vincent Vega, John Travolta make this movie what it is today. I don't think if they were in this would be as popular, of course, but everybody does an amazing, fantastic job. Dialogue in this is so entertaining. I found the CD of this at a garage sale for $1, and I had to pick this up, of course. Now I have the CD and the Blu-ray because the music in here is just so amazing. It's so great, and even in the CD, there are some dialogue. There is some dialogue, and I listen to it very frequently. So yeah, Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies of all time as well. Oh yeah, that's right. RoboCop. Paul Verhoeven. This is the first Paul Verhoeven movie I've ever seen of him. Of course, this is very much everybody's first Paul movie, Verhoeven movie, per se. RoboCop, great movie, very fun 80s flick. Yeah, 80s flick. One of my favorite, it's one of those really violent movies where I just don't care, because it's just so awesome, and, I'm not looking forward to watch any of the RoboCop sequels, really, because I've heard nothing but horrible things about them. And I just recently watched the reboot, or the remake, and very disappointed in it. Of course, it's different. Of course, it's gonna take liberties, but I still think this is the best RoboCop out there. If you guys have not checked this out, please check it out. Great movie. Rocky. I got this at the MGM rack. You know those things that they're having at Walmart with those little slipcovers just up there. You guys can't see that, but I can. And yeah, this is $9. $9, yes. Along with Dances with Wolves. And this is a great movie. Horrible transfer. It does not look good on Blu-ray. They just basically took the VHS and put it on Blu-ray. I'm not even kidding you. Picture quality looks horrible. The sound is not good at all. I might sell this. I might give it away. Maybe if someone messages me, I will give this to them, and you know, then I might get a different version of Rocky. But yeah, first person message me this about this will get it. I probably won't send it to you until probably a couple months later, until I find it, you know. And once the first person messages me, once I find a different copy of Rocky, I will give this to you. 7. Wow. First time I watched this, very great movie. I just love the concept of the 7 deadly sins, you know. Sins has always been a really interesting concept to me, you know, and religion, God, you know, it's really interesting. And Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, fantastic in this movie. This, prepare for the end, it is just, you know, oh my God, I literally had hairs on the back of my neck. I'm not even kidding. This movie was so great. This is a powerhouse of intense, intriguing, great, you know. I love this movie. It is great. I watched this the other day. My head literally spins whenever I watch the climax of this. Fantastic movie. Another Morgan Freeman movie. Shawshank Redemption. One of my favorite movies of all time. Probably even my favorite movie of all time. Still recording. Cool. I was recording for a second. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. One of my favorite movies of all time. If not my favorite movie of all time. Second time I watched this, second time around. This made me cry. I'm not even kidding. I don't cry a lot of movies. This made me cry like a man. Or a 13-year-old boy, which that I am. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. Great movie. I know it's a lot of people's top 10 movies of all time. This is definitely up there. If you guys have not seen this, please check it out. You guys are making a disservice to yourselves. Watch this as soon as you can. If it's cheap enough. Okay, I'm just gonna mix these all together because I'm running out of time. Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. I got these two at FYE for $14, $7 each, and I got it with the gift card. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I got it with the gift card from FYE, and yeah, I had to pick these up, of course. Really love Spider-Man. One of my favorite characters. I have a bunch of posters. Sorry, Carlos Jr. Bunch of Spider-Man posters. I love Spider-Man so much. He's just a character that I've grown up with. Love him, and you know, comics. I have a lot of comics too. I am a nerd for him. Yeah, Spider-Man 2, great movie. Great movies, especially the second one. Second one's one of my favorite movies of all time as well. Spider-Man 3. Yikes. This is actually more than these two combined. No, I'm just kidding. This is actually $10, which is a crime. I don't know why, but it was after my birthday. I got a lot of money, and I did my first Blu-ray haul, and it was Spider-Man, Shawshank Redemption, and RoboCop. And that was my first Blu-ray haul. I got 3, you know, such a haul for 3. I know other YouTubers, when they haul, they get like 10 Blu-rays, and I can't afford that. My mom would get so mad at me. But, you know, Spider-Man 3, I don't think it's as bad as people think it is. You know, I definitely think they should have used Venom a lot more in this movie. Yeah.